Food stamps might get cut off. You've got people on this app getting hundreds of thousands of likes saying that they're just gonna steal the food instead. Imagine being so entitled that you think that just because the government stops giving you free stuff, you're now entitled to steal it. A lot of y'all should have been cut off a long time ago without a government shutdown, because a lot of y'all have no business being on food stamps. You cannot work at all and simply have kids and exist and get up to almost $1,000 a month in a household of 4 on food stamps. Just sitting back, existing, no work requirement whatsoever. That should never have been allowed. Food stamps should be a temporary holdover while you look to get back on your feet so you can support yourself. Food stamps should not be this thing where people like me permanently pay for your groceries so that you can use the money you save to instead spend that on alcohol and vacations. That should never have been allowed. So I am happy to see you get cut off, and I will be even happier to see you get arrested when you think that you're entitled to steal food instead.
Wait. So, we got lots of people posting on social media that they're losing their SNAP benefits. Oh, they're losing their minds. However, they got the latest iPhone. They got their nails done, their hair done. They got a Louis Vuitton bag. They got money for all of that. But they ain't got money to feed their kids. They want the taxpayers to do that? Well, the taxpayers didn't lie down with you in your bed, spread your legs, and pop out these kids that you want us to pay for. So here's what you do. You go in your car, which you probably got a nice car too. Go in your car, go fill out some job applications, and while you're at it, stop at the nearest bookstore and get a how-to book on how to prioritize life. Because I'm sick and tired of it. We're seeing people with the latest iPhones. I don't even have an iPhone 17. And you mean to tell me that you can't afford groceries for your kids? Get out of here. We're done with all of that. I will not sympathize with people who have nails like this that are this long and have all sorts of rhinestones. Probably paid $200-300 for your nails to get done. You're spending $1,500 on a cell phone and on the human hair. Get synthetic. Get press-on nails. Learn how to cook inside instead of going out to eat. Okay, start budgeting what money you do have. I never in a million years thought, look, man, I got 2 kids. 2, okay? I buy my own groceries, okay? And I had to use food stamps to get on my feet. And once I got on my feet, and guess what? I didn't need it no more. So I stopped applying. I said, let the next person who actually needs it get them. And I'm seeing a lot of you with Louis Vuitton bags going, oh, what's going to happen to my SNAP benefits? Psh. Oh, well, a lot of them been on food stamps for decades. Section 8 housing, decades, generation after generation. Look, okay, I'm telling you this much, man. Nothing is free. Nothing in this country is free, and you are more than capable of getting out there and doing something for yourself and making something of yourself. Don't let anybody sell you short. And if you yourself are selling yourself short, well then, man, that's a generational curse you're going to have to break. But I will not sympathize with the people who are sitting there on the latest iPhone 17 Pro Max going, I'm about to lose my SNAP benefits. Feel bad for me. Nope.
All right, now, they said in November they cutting this SNAP program. They cutting the food stamps, and people are pissed. Now, I genuinely feel bad for the individuals who can't work and do have to collect these benefits. But for those of you that have working hands and feet that choose to stay home and collect these benefits, I don't feel bad for you. And to all of you that are talking about, I'm walking up in that store and I'm taking what I want and I'm not paying for it and I better not get touched, keep that same energy when the cops come. Keep that same energy when you're standing before the judge. Keep that same energy when you're sitting in a cell. Keep that same energy when your children have sleepless nights because their parents are sitting somewhere in a cold cell because they wanted to do something reckless. That mentality will get you nowhere. And I don't know why we're not realizing this in 2025. You can't just walk up in the store and take what you want. Nobody owes you anything. If it was really that serious to you and you really needed those benefits, you would prioritize. Getting your hair, nails, and lashes done is not a necessity. Name brand shoes and clothes are not a necessity. And let's not forget, this halt is temporary. A permanent solution to a temporary problem is not worth the risk. So go ahead, run up in them people's store and take what you want. Let's see what happens.
They trying to kill us. They trying to starve us to death. I just got some bad news, y'all. The U.S. just voted against food as a human right in 2025. Not 1825, not 1925, in 2025, okay? They out here preaching freedom and democracy while telling the world that basic survival is optional. What the fuck is really going on? Nah, that's not right. And you can't call yourself the land of the free if you out here denying people food. Where they do that at? Like, y'all have money for bombs and billionaires and fucking bailouts, but not for basic dignity? I'm not understanding. This system is starving people.
Some of y'all really should have been cut off of food stamps a long time ago, and that comes from someone who's been there. Because here's the truth. A lot of people are finessing the system, working under the table, not reporting income, still collecting benefits. And when the Republicans asked for transparency, Dems refused because they knew y'all would get caught. And they didn't want to be the reason why it got cut off. That's why the benefits got cut, so that it's the big bad Republicans' fault. I'm a single mom. I was on food stamps for 2 months. Then I got a job, worked hard, and got off of them because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be a bridge, not a lifestyle. They're meant to help you get on your feet. That's what's supposed to happen, not keep you from ever working. Meanwhile, there's people paying taxes that don't qualify, are doing it the right way and budgeting and having a cart that's half as full as the people that have food stamps. That's not fair. And now that the system's being checked, people are upset because they're actually having to budget, just like the rest of us. They're having to cut back on extras, make sacrifices like a bunch of other people do every single week. You have the right to food, absolutely. But that doesn't mean you need $1,000 a month in benefits forever. It means budgeting, planning, and learning to live responsibly and getting a job. So yeah, it's time to budget, just like everyone else. That's not cruelty. You are just being held accountable.
Okay, so this is my opinion on the food stamp, EBT, SNAP benefit situation, right? At the end of the day, the people who are complaining, and I'm seeing men, grown men, okay, and women complaining about not getting their food stamps. Go to work. Go to work. Go to work. Get a job. Do Uber. Something. Go to work. If they cutting it off, how do people expect they was gonna get it forever? You thought you was gonna get that forever? Go to work. Go to work. Okay? Because why do you expect somebody, like, why do you think that that anybody owes you anything? I seen a lady, she was mad, she was getting $4,000 in food stamps, $2,000 in cash aid, and she was on Section 8 for 14 years. You trying to tell me you can't go get a job? Go get a job. They are hiring everywhere. I don't care where you work at. It doesn't even matter where you work at. Your kid's gonna have to still eat. And don't go stealing out the store because you end up in jail. If you end up in jail, who gonna watch your kids? Who gonna feed your kids? Who? Go get a job. Go get a job. It don't matter where you fucking working at. Just go get a job. I don't care. It's easy for you to say it's not that easy. How? You could go work at a warehouse, Amazon warehouse hiring. Go somebody's warehouse. They always hiring. Okay? I used to work at a warehouse, so I know. And they still hiring. Go get a job. I don't see what the problem is. Why are y'all sitting up here? You either telling on yourself how much food stamps you got. You telling on yourself saying you gonna go and steal and nobody better stop me. Ain't nobody gonna stop you, but you gonna get arrested. Because you're going to keep stealing every day? You're going to keep go steal every week because you're not getting food stamps? Why don't you get a job? If you get a job, you're going to make more than what you're making from getting food stamps. You're going to have more money from a check with a W-2. People need to do something. Do something. Okay? Go get a job. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Put your kids in daycare and go get a job. Even if you can't put them in daycare, let the daycare know. I've been on food stamps and they're cutting everything off. Can I pay you cash until I can get approved for daycare for Crystal Stairs or whatever? Do what you gotta do, because your kid's not gonna eat now because you mad because you don't want to work because you don't want to work. You don't want to work. Y'all need to go to work. I don't get it. Go to work. Just go to work. Just go to work. Oh, I seen a man, he was complaining about working 20 hours. 20 hours a week? Do you know that it's people who work 80 hours a week by choice? Because they try to make sure they got more than enough money to pay their bills. Like, I don't understand. Get a job. Are you complaining about 20 hours? You can't work 20 hours a week? But you could go and scroll on your phone for 20 hours a week. You could go and buy junk food with the food stamps 20 hours a week. I don't hear the excuses. I don't care about the excuses. Go get a job. Okay? And maybe you will feel better and maybe like, dang, I didn't even need the food stamps because I got a job. I got a job. And I don't even need the food stamps. And now I'm getting more money. Yeah, I'm trading my time for money. What were you doing when you're on food stamps and you're on Section 8? Nothing. You might as well go and get a job. Damn.
Thanks for clicking to watch today's video. America is boiling because of Trump cutting off the SNAP and the EBT benefits, and that has really sparked nationwide firestorm. So to some, they are saying, especially to the taxpayers, they are saying that enough is enough. We can't continue to feed the lazy, the people who have really refused to work. But for those that have been benefiting from it are saying that we can barely survive because those benefits have been really so helpful to us. So cutting them will really make us struggle. And so what do you think? Like, the SNAP cut benefits, are they enabling or really helping the American citizens? So we have compiled this video for you. We do not own the rights of this video. They belong to the original owners of the video. So let's dive in.
Please say it ain't so. I know there are not people out here in these social media streets complaining because the president wants to put into effect a law that people can no longer use food stamps to buy junk food. Let's start with this. Why wouldn't you want to eat healthier? I'm sorry, but junk food is not a necessity. Meat, rice, beans, vegetables, bread, things of that nature, eggs, those are necessities. Not Doritos, not potato chips, not Oreos, not Pepsi, not all that junk food that's not healthy for you. Granted, if you want to get that, you should pay for it yourself. There's people out here working and struggling to buy food. And that extra money that people are using on junk food, with foods, they could give that to somebody that's struggling, that really needs help with buying food, the food stamps. Not for junk food. Jump in on this, y'all. Leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this, because I'm in agreement with it. No. If you want junk food, I feel like you should pay for it yourself. That money could be used much better than giving it to you for junk food. Let me know what y'all think.
genuine question for those of you who receive SNAP, EBT, food stamps, whatever you want to call them, benefit. Why are you okay relying on the federal government to feed your family? The family that you willingly created. So everybody out here is in an uproar about this mom who said that she used her EBT benefits to buy a pumpkin to decorate with her children. And I don't know, I have to agree. People are out here saying, why do poor people not deserve to have a pumpkin? If you are able to work and you are willing to work, we have spent years on this app with people out here doing grocery hauls of junk food that they bought with their EBT benefits. And yet now you know how everybody else feels when they can't afford groceries for their family but don't qualify for EBT benefits because, well, we're honest, hardworking people. I digress. At what point do you start to feel a little bit of shame, but then also open your eyes to, these are the people that you voted into office? Do you understand and realize that the Democrats that are in office, like Chuck Schumer, are the ones that you put there that are keeping you with no food on your table? You know who they're also keeping with no food on their table? Federal workers. There are federal workers who are not getting paid right now. So if we can come to an agreement on anything, can we come to an agreement that the Democrats are absolute scumbags and they refuse to care anything about the American people, all because they want insurance for illegal immigrants? And next time around, can we actually get you on our side? Because you see, we wouldn't have stopped your SNAP benefits. Y'all wanted to come out here and play all these little games and have your little protest and wear your little costumes. And now you may not have food for Thanksgiving. Yet somehow you still want us to figure it out for you.
You know what? I really hate to say this, but I hope they do dismantle the whole SNAP benefits program. Because a lot of y'all are lazy. Like, let's just really face it. This program has been around for years, okay? Years. And a lot of y'all still have not learned. Y'all are lazy. You don't either want to get up and go to work or you don't want to find you a better job because you're comfortable in what you're doing. You don't want to do too much, but you're expecting to get paid a lot of money to do nothing. Get up and get a job or go get a better job. It is not the government's responsibility to feed you. This is the type of BS that I've been seeing on my timeline, and it is very frustrating, okay? What a lot of people fail to understand and realize that 80% of people that are on the SNAP benefit program work. And the reason that they are on the program is because life is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Rent or mortgages are expensive. Living is expensive. So for those who are complaining about others who are frustrated about this shutdown regarding the SNAP benefits program, you really need to wake up and stop judging. Not everyone is lazy. Not everyone is sitting on their couch not doing anything. Life is expensive. There are folks out here who make $100K a year or make $75K a year and are still struggling. There are families who have the father around, because I know that's a thing too. You got all these kids. You shouldn't be having all these kids with these men. Yeah, there are families who have all parents and all parties involved and are still struggling. So before you open up your mouth and judge, make sure you're not next.
So I keep getting tagged in these food stamps and Section 8. And how could they? And I can't believe in all of these different things. So this is going to be the last time that I address this situation. And you might not like what I got to say, but it really don't matter. What the government's saying is go get a job. He don't care if you got to work and you got to do this and you got to do that. It's time to get a job. Okay, or the Section 8, all that's going. Like, I don't know how many times you got to realize that this country does not have any more money for you to be sitting around talking about what's on the show. I mean, yes, just be for real. Like, we got so many people out here that is so sick and tired. Bones is aching, back is aching, and everything else. And you know what they do? They get up every day and they keep going. But yeah, you're sitting there. You sitting there. Come on, because we all got somebody in our family, friends, somebody. Oh, I'm not working for this little bit of money. Oh, I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing this. Well, excuse me. I mean, excuse me. We never thought we was going to get to this point, but we here. Okay? And not a single soul can do nothing about it. We here. Accept it. We here. Okay? Go ahead, clock it in. We're here. You can't be mad over what you've been getting free. I'm going to say that one more time. You can't be mad of what you've been getting free. Some of y'all out here paying 50 cents, okay, for rent. Some of y'all out here paying 50 cents. Some of y'all out here and ain't even paying the 50 cents and got backed up rent. And on Section 8. Get them people their money, please. Get them people their money. I really honestly can't say I feel sorry for them, because guess what? Y'all been sitting back on the long chairs like y'all at the beach with your hands behind the head for years. Not thinking this day was going to come, but it did. It said, hello, you. Yeah, you the one who been on Section 8 for 25 years. What the heck? She said, you the same one who was getting $2,000 something dollars in food stamps. Listen, if we have no more money, we not breaking down all of this, and if they did this and they did that, and if they did, look, we here. Okay, just cut it. We here. Now, in saying that is, you see so many people, yeah, I'm going up in Walmart and I'm going to get all this stuff and they ain't going to do nothing about it. You really think in your little mind that you going to go in this store and take this food without these people saying, excuse me, can you put your hands behind your back? See, let me tell you something. The problem is we're not smart enough. They will make sure they got enough patrol at each and every supermarket. Excuse me, can you turn around? And now look who got something on their record just like that. That is not the road to go. And I think sometimes we forget this one. If you was blessed enough to get it for so many years, regardless of what it was, food stamps, Section 8, or both, whatever. If you was blessed enough to get it, right? Don't go out and be ungrateful for what you've been getting for years. Because that was a blessing what you was getting. Now the thing is, a lot of y'all, or a lot of people, didn't think that day was coming. We can blow money every day. But that 20, that $40 that you go here and you slide under your mattress, that don't seem like it's nothing, or when you just stay in the house on the weekend, or when we don't have to stay with the Joneses and we just got a car that runs and grateful that it runs. You know, we didn't get that newest car that came out because nobody, you can't live in it. You can live in a car, but you know, we got to realize that, you know, these times out here has changed. You can't get those times back. Any way you look at it, we can't be mad over it's no more money. It's no more money. It's no more money. This is not a racial thing. This is not an upper class, middle class, somebody class, LD class. It's no more money. This is what it is. And we will pick and choose, oh, he's being this. And he's being, no. It ain't no more money. Simple and plain. It ain't no more money, honey. But let me say this. When y'all go to jail, don't call the family members. Because when you went in there, you knew that the family didn't have no bail money. So why you gonna call when you get out, when you get booked? Yeah, they got me. They said my bail. No. Don't call the family. Sit there, see the judge, whatever's gonna take, and do your time. Ain't nobody got no bail money. Okay? Simple and plain. Everybody, I'm going in there, I'm gonna get some lobster, some shrimp, and steak and all this stuff. Okay? And then I said, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be that girl to go ahead to this mandatory meeting, because guess what? I'm going to keep chasing that money, and I hope you do too. Get yourself out there. I don't care how many aches and pains you got. Get out there, because guess what? Shouldn't nobody dictate your money. Have a good one.
You just
deserve to be poor and starve according to American Christians. Why do you think we're seeing so many of those videos celebrating people losing their SNAP benefits on November 1st? It's because American evangelical Christians believe in a concept called the deserving poor versus the undeserving poor. And they see people as deserving what they get. Well, you're a single mother. That should have never happened. You deserve to suffer and starve, and so do your children. You should have been married. You're disabled? Well, I mean, why should the government take care of you? You're not useful to society anyway, so we don't want you around. And this concept has been around since at least the Middle Ages. Whether it be the king or government in charge or the church, they would decide and set rules around who deserves to be poor and how they should be treated. Not well, guys. And who doesn't? Who's the undeserving poor? Say, oh, the widow of a soldier. Oh, well, they were fighting for the king and we should help them for a short time until she marries again to find a father for her children, because that's what they believe. It's only for a short time. And that's what we see playing out right here in the United States. That's why so many Christians are celebrating people losing food, not being able to feed their children because they don't believe they should have those children. Therefore, they believe they should suffer. How very Jesus-y of them. Is that what Jesus would do, guys? You tell me.
SNAP and EBT benefits were temporary lines which were meant, to help people be back on their feet. They were just safety nets to help people. But right now, some Americans feel that people are taking advantage of them and they have made them to be like their lifestyle. They are not working hard. They are not even going to work. They are just depending on free things. And that's why so many people are furious. They are feeling like, they are giving their money to people who don't want to go to work. And as some you have heard the video as saying, if you can stand in the line for food, you can stand also in the line for a job. Some are saying that, you cannot just be someone who has your 2 hands, 2 legs, but you don't want to go to work. Others are even telling them that you should stop getting more kids if you can't feed the kids that you already have. But to some, they genuinely need the benefits, because some are disabled, others are single parents, others are veterans. They really need these benefits from the SNAP and the EBT. So if Trump was to cut this off, they will really suffer, and they will not be able to feed their families. Others might sleep hungry, which will really bring a lot of hardships to them. And that's why we are asking you the question: do you think that Trump was right to cut the SNAP and the EBT to push people to work harder, or do you think that this will make so many families suffer, those that really depend on these benefits? So kindly drop your thoughts, and also remember to like, share, and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you on our next one.